We all know the fishing update that has recently come to Fallout 76 has brought with it some fresh challenges to the Wasteland, and I'm not just talking about those ridiculously hard to catch local legends, I'm talking about those slippery little axolotls that everyone wants to get their hands on. However, a lot of people are actually confused on how to catch them, so today I'm breaking down the best way, the easiest way, and exactly how and why you want to catch this month's featured axolotl, the Scaled Axolotl. So we're going to get into the stats behind catching it, where you can catch it, how to catch it, what mods you need, all of that in this video right now. Real quick, before we get into the stats and the method of catching this bad boy, I said in the intro that we're catching this month's featured axolotl, the Scaled Axolotl, and I just wanted to explain why the axolotl is so special. Every single month, Bethesda will introduce a new axolotl. This month, July, is the Scaled Axolotl. Please check the description from NukaKnight for a full list of all of the axolotls, where to catch them, and then what months they correlate with. But each month's axolotl will spawn in only 2 regions of the map. This month's axolotl, the Scaled Axolotl, will spawn in the forest or the ash heap. So you could fish anywhere in the forest and anywhere in the ash heap, and you'll be able to catch the axolotl for this month, July, the Scaled Axolotl. But this is super nice because they're extremely low-leveled regions, which is really nice. The forest and the ash heap are going to be the first 2 regions that you explore in the game, and in this video, I'm going to teach you where I went to in the forest, just because it's a lot easier, and everyone has access to the forest. But like I said, you could go to any fishable body of water in these regions, the forest and the ash heap, and you'll have the same chance to catch them. But every single month, we will have a new axolotl and new regions for them to fish in, and obviously there are some slight changes that you can make to your setup to improve your chances of catching these, which we're going to talk about in a second. Now, let's move into the stats and the percent chance to actually spawn one of these bad boys. And again, shout out to NukaKnight to getting all of this info. As usual, check out the description for their website for the full list on how to catch every single type of fish, including the axolotls, and all of the information that I used in this video, and all of my past axolotl videos, excuse me. There are a couple things that could affect your chances to catch an axolotl. First one is going to be weather. Second one is going to be bait. We're going to talk about that in a second. But here is the statistical chance that you have to catch the axolotls. In the no weather, you have a 0% chance with common bait, a 3% chance with improved bait, a 13% chance with superb bait. The nuke weather effect, you have a 0% chance with common bait, a 6% chance with improved bait, a 21% chance with superb bait, and then finally, the rain weather effect, you have a 0% chance with common bait, a 5% chance with improved bait, and a 33% chance with superb bait. So, as we could see, there are 2 things that really affect your chances to catch an axolotl. Weather being the first, you'll have the greatest chance to catch in the rain if you're using the superb bait, or nuke weather if you're using improved bait. But I know what you're saying, how you really want me to fish inside of a nuke zone, or you want me to wait until a weather spawns in, a thunderstorm spawns in. No, I promise you there's a significantly easier way to get any weather effect at your camp through a completely legit thing in the game called a weather station that we're going to talk about in a little bit. And the second factor is going to be the bait. If you use superb bait, you get the best chance. In the rain weather, you have a 33% chance. In the nuke weather, a 21% chance. No weather, 13% chance. However, though, I obviously suggest you don't use that, because the only way to get superb bait is from the season reward pages, and you probably should save that for the local legends or just not use it at all. I suggest you use the improved bait. Personally, that's how I did it. So now that we know our chances, what's the best way you could go about catching one of these bad boys? And I know, I promise, you're scared, you're frightened, you want to get the real challenges done, but it's a lot easier than you think. I promise you really only need to follow 3 steps, and that's about it. Any level could do this. I promise you only need really one thing, or a friend to have one thing, and then you just need time. So I'm going to go into the method of exactly how I did it, and the easiest way that you could catch the axolotl, any axolotl this month specifically, is going to be the Scaled Axolotl in the forest region. All right, the easiest way to catch the Scaled Axolotl, this month's Axolotl, July. Now, in terms of mods, you don't have to be too fully stocked to actually get the Axolotl. It's not as hard as the local legends, and I promise you, it's not as hard as a lot of these YouTubers put out there when they're like, I fished for 300 hours and I didn't get an Axolotl at all. I promise you, you're going to fish for about 20 minutes and get it using this method. So I suggest you have at least the Mark II reel, and the hook mod doesn't really matter. I've caught them all. I've caught axolotls with just the Mark II reel before. I think on the last video that I had, I said to use the attractive hook to make it go faster. That's technically not the best one for it. If you have the attractive hook, use it. You'll be able to spawn in fish a little bit faster. It'll subtract 1 bob from every single time you go and fish. So instead of 6 bobs to catch a fish, you'll only need 5 bobs to spawn in a fish. So it just makes it go a little bit faster. But if you can get the advanced drag hook mod from the daily quests, I definitely suggest you use it. It will significantly increase your line strength, which will further the chances of catching the axolotl once it actually spawns in. So, Mark II reel, that's all you need. You can catch it with a Mark I reel, but Mark II reel, that's really all you need to catch the axolotl. Hook doesn't matter, bobber doesn't matter. In the video, though, I personally am using the Mark IV reel and the advanced drag hook. Super easy to spawn, super easy to catch, but if you're going after the Mark III challenge, and if you're watching this video trying to get that, I promise you the Mark II reel will be more than enough. Just be careful because the axolotl tends to jump around the compass a lot during the fishing minigame, so just make sure you constantly are on top of it and you don't give it much time to slip away from your hook. Again, Mark II reel is all you need. I suggest you use the advanced drag hook if you could get it, but chances are if you don't have the Mark II or Mark III reel yet or Mark IV reel, you probably don't have the advanced drag hook. So you don't need that. Mark II reel, that's all you need. And if you can get the advanced drag hook, use that. If not, use an attractive hook. If not, use improved bearing or the steady gear ratio. It does not matter what hook you use. All you need, Mark II. Again, it is doable with the Mark I, but I suggest you at least go after the axolotl with a Mark II reel or above. Now, in terms of bait, I mentioned bait a few times in this video. Personally, I use improved bait. You'll get a much higher spawn rate. Like I said earlier, I spend most of my time fishing in the rain anyway, so I have a 5% improved bait chance, or, you know, and I know instead of a 0 chance, basically, you're going to have to use improved bait. I suggest you use it. You won't be able to get it with common. I know some people say that they get it with common bait, but I personally haven't been able to get one with common bait ever, and I don't necessarily know if I believe them, considering the information from NukaKnight and the information in this video is a 0% spawn chance for common bait. I don't suggest you use superb bait on these guys. I suggest you save them for the local legends or just not use them at all. So improved bait is going to be the one bait that you're going to want to use. That's really it. Now, in terms of how you can actually boost your chances, as you saw, weather plays a pretty big role. Either if you are in nuke weather, you're going to get a 6% chance, which is double the 3% chance with improved bait with no weather, or a 5% chance in the rain. So, like I mentioned, weather, mainly rain and nuke weather, plays a huge part in catching the axolotls because of how much it increases the spawn rates. Again, 3%, 2% doesn't seem like a lot, but it really is in terms of these fishing games. So if you don't know how you can get the rain weather effect or a nuke weather effect, wherever you place your camp, you can do to a weather station. Like I mentioned, there are a bunch of different weather stations. There are a few that can produce the rain weather effect, and I believe that they are the snowstorm, or they are the snowman, they are the thunderstorm, and then the aurora one, I also believe. I don't know if that's 100%, but I will have a full list on the screen of which weather stations can produce which effects. Again, nuke is going to be a 6% with improved bait, and rain is going to be a 5% with improved bait, but more people have the rain producing ones, so that's what I'm going to use in the video. I'm using the snowman snow weather station. Yes, snow does count as precipitation in in Fallout and in real life, so it's going to count as rain. So again, that's really all you need. You just need the weather station, either the nuke one or the rain producing one. You should have seen it on screen, which ones produce the nuke effect and then which ones produce the rain effect. But really, for location, The camp I set up, I just set it right over by Ohio River Adventures because it's in the forest region. Every player will be able to go there. So place down your travel camp right here. All you really need on your travel camp is a weather station, like I said, to produce the rain or nuke effect. I use the snowman one, like I said, and of course a generator to power your weather stations. That's all you need. Come here, place down your camp wherever you can, place down a weather station, place down a generator. I like to place down a workbench also, and then my stash and stuff, just so that I could throw the fish in there. But unfortunately, even though weather plays a huge role, and weather will basically double your chances to catch the axolotl, weather stations can only be obtained through either past seasons or through the atomic shop if you're playing if you're playing on any of the PC or Xbox or PlayStation or anything like that. You can request some items through the Atomic Shop, and I believe you could request the Thunderstorm weather station, but it is 1,200 atoms, so that's a little bit of a paywall, unfortunately. So that's kind of where this part gets tough. You really need a weather station to get an axolotl. It just increases your chances by so much. Again, without weather, you have a 3% chance with improved bait. If you use nuke, you have double that, 6%. If you use rain, you have 5%, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I promise you, it really is. If you're playing on Xbox and don't have a weather station, if you catch me in a public lobby, I'll always have my camp set up for axolotl hunting. Just shoot me a message and I will gladly help whatever players out I need to. And obviously, a pro tip, if you check other people's camps by the forest, by the ash heap, they might be doing a similar thing, and you can still benefit from the weather effect if you don't own the weather station yourself. So if you fast travel to my camp like in this video, you will be able to benefit from the snow, and you'll have a 5% chance to catch the axolotl if you're using improved bait. So weather and bait are going to play a huge role. Use the improved bait along with a weather station. I suggest you use a nuke one, but if you can't, use a rain one like I'm using in this video. But there you have it. Like I said at the start of the video, catching any axolotl is a lot easier than most people make it out to seem. I spent a total of 13 minutes fishing, and I caught the first one that landed on my hook. Again, all you need at the bare minimum is going to be a Mark II reel, so you don't even need a hook mod. Just follow the steps of this video. I promise you will get one. Literally just go to any fishable body of water in the forest or ash heap region. I choose the Ohio River Adventures just because it was one of the first places that I ran to, and not too many people set up their camp here, so you shouldn't have an issue placing one down. It's not the most busy section of the map, but go there, go to the Ohio Rivers Adventures, set up a camp with a weather machine producing the rain or nuke effect. Personally, I have the snowman one. I place that down with a generator, then just fish for like 20 minutes using improved bait, and it's almost a guarantee that you'll encounter at least one axolotl, maybe more. I can't tell you how many times I've caught axolotls when not going after them, like especially during just, random fishing events. It's a little funny, but you will be able to catch so many axolotls using this method. I promise you, really just fish in the region that they spawn in, the ash heap or the forest. If you can get a weather boost, it will definitely help you. If not, if you're using improved bait and no weather, you'll have a 3%. If you're using nuke and improved bait, 6%, or rain like I did in this video and improved bait, you'll have a 5%. It's not really that hard. Again, there's really only 3 steps. Step 1, go to fishable body of water in the Ohio River Adventures or in the forest region like I did right over here at the Ohio River Adventures. Step 2, place down a weather machine and generator, turn and make sure you power on the weather station. And then step 3, simply just fish for 15 to 20 minutes with improved bait. All you need in terms of mod is a Mark II reel or a Mark I reel, but if you don't have a Mark II reel, there's no point in doing this because you won't benefit from catching the axolotl. It won't progress you along in the challenges, so just make sure you remember that. But with this method, I guarantee you will catch at least 1, if not 12 axolotls within the first day of you trying this. Again, forest region, ash heap region, weather station producing rain, or nuke if you want the highest chance, and then just fish with improved bait. It's not really that difficult. And there you have it, ladies and gents of the Wasteland. We've made it to the end of another Fallout 76 video. I hope you found it useful. Again, it's not too difficult to catch one of these guys. I really hope this video helped clear up any confusion. A lot of information out there is wrong, unfortunately, when it comes to hunting down axolotls, and a lot of YouTubers are just throwing out stuff for clickbait. It's not really that difficult. It's not really that hard. Again, forest region, ash heap region. I chose the Ohio River Adventures. Go there, set up a weather station. You'll have 1% chance higher if you use the nuke, or you'll have a 5% chance if you use the rain instead of 6% chance compared to the nuke. Go ahead, fish with improved bait, and you should catch one within 20 minutes. Just, again, be careful because the axolotl does tend to jump around a lot on your line. But there you have it. Go ahead, check the description for NukaKnight's axolotl location article for every single axolotl, every single month, and the regions that they spawn in. I will make a video on how to catch every single axolotl every single month. Again, it's not that difficult. You basically just go to whatever region they tell you to and set up camp with a weather station and just pray to the Bethesda RNG gods. But as always, I appreciate you motherfuckers for watching this motherfucking video, and I will see you in the Wasteland.